Okay, and I'm simply going to use a wire brush to get down in here. I'm just using a small wire brush like this to scrub this a little bit. I mean, this thing is nice and clean down in here, really. Lots of times with these things you get them apart and there's corrosion down in there. There's very little, actually no corrosion that I can see. So we're just going to clean it up. And with a rubber seal, you don't have to use any silicone sealer or anything like that. And here's our new thermostat. It's 160 degrees. Okay, that's the one we're putting in. Can you see here on this rubber? Well, yeah, see the seal has a slot in it? That's made to go over the lip of our thermostat. It's actually going to slide into that groove in the seal. This is the first time for me doing one of these kind. Done lots of other kinds, but not like this one. Okay, there we go. We have our seal all installed in the thermostat. It's ready to drop into place. And that just sits right down in there like that. And then the next thing to do is to reinstall our gooseneck. And I'm not over tightening them, I'm snugging them down a little at a time on both sides. Because the worst thing you can do is crank it down real hard on one side. You can actually crack these things because they are only aluminum. Okay, now we're going to put our wires back on. Don't want to forget that. These are ground wires. They're very important for the different parts that they go to. Okay, I actually have some new washers, so I decided to put a new one down in there. Okay, now all that's left to do is hook the top radiator hose back up and refill our radiator, and then we'll go for a ride. Well, after looking at the stuff that came out of the radiator, I decided I'm going to put fresh stuff in. This is a 50-50 mixture that I've got going on here. So we'll put some in the radiator. And the truck is dead cold. But we're not going to fill it up full because we know the thermostat will be closed. And it's going to take in a bunch more when it opens up. But I'm going to put in enough so that I can see that it comes up above the radiator coils. that are starting to come up. That means the air is starting to come out of the block, and you'll be able to tell when the thermostat opens because it'll gush up. It'll drop down real quick and it'll gush up a little bit. Okay, we're backed out of the garage now, and you can see where the thermostat is sitting, and I've got heat coming out. We're going to take it for a ride, see what happens. You see that little light there with temperature and water there. That's the light that comes on quite often to tell you to check your temperature gauge. There's also a light in that panel below there. So yeah, usually once it warms up, it was running up around halfway between 210 and 260. So we'll see what happens, see if it gets up any higher. 27 degrees when I came out of the house, and that's about what it was in the garage. We're going to take you up on the highway. And we'll keep checking our gauge down here. Crossing. I go off to see the trains coming through when I take the pictures from my house. And we'll slow down. Don't have to, the lights aren't going, but you never know if you're going to see a train down there. Well, folks, we've been driving about 5 miles, I'd say, and we're coming back in the backside of town, and thermometer or the temperature gauge has stayed right where it is pretty consistently, right there between 100 and 210. So yeah, I'm real happy with that. Good job, good repair, and a very simple one too. You know, changing the thermostat's one of the easier things you can do. It baffles me that with all of the things that they did with the cooling system, that they never replaced the thermostat. New radiator, new water pump, new radiator cap, of course, new temperature sending unit. They flushed the system out. They finally suggested to the homeowner, and it's written right on the work order, that perhaps the gauge cluster was at fault. And all it was a thermostat. Pretty simple fix. Always do the easiest thing first. Thanks for watching again. Bye.